live. Hello everyone, welcome. Just need to move a little bit more to the center, that seems nice. Welcome Michelle, welcome Amanda, and welcome any possible lurkers. Happy to see you here. I am just gonna check I don't have any double audio, which I don't. So that is nice. And we're also waiting for Nightbot to pop in. But awesome to have you guys with me. And I got my teammate. Hence the small delay, because I had to get my teammate. I was debating, because I know Linda is going live as well, whether I should go live or not. But I decided that I probably should, because the conclusion is that my lives are quite spontaneous and based on pop-ups, based on when I'm able to stream, which is partially due and related to if my partner is away for a meeting or the like, and he's not around this evening. Welcome, Debbie. Nice to see you. I think you are new, or at least I'm not really sure if I've seen you around in my lives before. Very nice to see you, meet you. Hello. For me, I'm in the Netherlands. Netherlands is Central Europe, which means that right now it is 7:33 p.m. here in the Netherlands. That is the same time as Amanda, who's in Sweden. But I'm aware it is afternoon for many of you guys in Americas. Or still early morning. Well, not early morning, but towards lunch kind of ish. So great to see you all. And I have some crochet projects I'm working on. Also for that to talk more about in tomorrow's Yarn Talk video, but I thought, well, I am going to crochet a bit tonight. So why not do that while hanging out with you guys? That's what I hope you guys do. And we have Swedish Hobby Bingo too. I should probably put my phone on for that and have that one running in the background. Not a bad idea. I'm just gonna grab my crochet hook. Apparently I stuffed it on the floor. Well, in my bag. So this is me starting on the second cake for my poncho. The poncho is my, I wouldn't say community project, but the project I use for easy projects. So like when I'm for the television, watching TV, or in this case, live streaming, it is nice to have a good short, or a good easy project. Yes, so Debbie, I caught up that when I was nice and sound asleep quite early this morning, or that would have been a bit later, you guys' evening, Dawn was live with her Valentine's Live together when she was doing her West Coast Wednesdays with Margie, and she popped up and said that I could use more friends, and I had like 10 new members from that. So I'm super happy for you guys that came. So welcome to the new guys. It's very nice to have you around. I hope you will enjoy any content that you see and watch. Yeah, definitely made me slightly closer to the goal of getting to 1,000, because opposed to some others, I have my watch hours, but my issue is obviously that we are not yet at this magic number called 1,000 that YouTube wants to get you fully monetized. But I am going to be working on my poncho. This is kind of where we are at. I decided for practical reasons to start on the cowl. Normally they say in the pattern to finish the poncho here at the bottom. I do apologize for the lighting, it's actually not very good. Because it's very wide and the light I have, it's not the best for this. But they say to start on the inside of this new cake, on the bottom, then continue X amount of rows. What I've decided to do, which is a bit against the pattern, but in the end it's going to be the same result, I think, is that I started working on the cowl section, and I'm going to make those rows, and then whatever is left of the cake I'm just going to add to the bottom so it fits with an equal round, and then I'm done. Then I don't need to think and count how many rows do I need and do I still have enough yarn to finish the cowl. I thought I'll finish the cowl and I just do the rest for the bottom. At least that was my goal and part for this. And I did do the first 2 rows of this cowl when Amanda went live Sunday evening. And then the following rows I've done for my TV hours with my partner this week. You can see the edging here. This is basically the split between the bottom part, so the first cake. This is the cake 2, so this is the amount I've added for cake 2. And I am unsure if it's 6 or 7, maybe 8 rows, so I am going to count just before we are gonna start talking about a bunch of things. So just one moment. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I need 22. I thought it was 8. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. It is 8. I can't count, apparently. So, patterns say I need to do 22 rounds of cowl, and then I need to do the rest. If we want to look how it's looking for the time being, then I am just gonna, excuse for my messy hair, take it on, so you guys can get a little bit of an idea of what's going on here. But I need another, if I've made 8, I need 22, I need another 14 rounds. Say my quick math. So basically you do another, and then you will end up folding it down, so you get like a double layered cowl, if that makes sense. So I will continue working on the rounds of this while we are hopefully hanging around, and you guys are telling me what you guys are working on. Are you working on anything exciting right now? I hope you're working on something exciting. So my way of celebrating Valentine's was basically I went to work, and I had in the morning, I went to my physiotherapist, started treatment for my feet. I am struggling under both feet of an inflammation under the tendons. So I got my first shockwave treatment yesterday morning. I worked the whole day yesterday evening. I went back to the physio, but for some for my neck stuff. So it's just keeping me fit and healthy, basically. And then in the evening, I crocheted a bit. I watched some TV with my partner. He had bought some lovely cake for us to share. And we shared that, like a lovely apple pie, basically. And I watched some TV together, and that was pretty much my evening. And I just quickly popped in on Amanda's Live before I went to bed. That's more or less my Valentine's. So it's not like I celebrated a lot, but I did celebrate with a giveaway for you guys that's not been around for long. I would say head over and check out that giveaway, because well, yeah, I'm giving away lots of lovely yarn that is definitely Valentine's themed. And if I know Amanda correct, she would say, please don't send them to your giveaway, because all that yarn is supposed to be for me. At least I do tend to find yarns that a lot of people like. I am trying to put thoughts into my giveaways. And that is also a comment that I do get from a lot of people, that there seems to be a lot of thought in my giveaways, which is definitely something that I am trying to do. So how do we do this poncho? It's very simple. For the cowl, it is front post, back post, front post, back post, all double crochets. When I get all the way around, I slip stitch into the first chain 2. So I chain 2, and then I do front post, back post, front post, back post. After round, I chain back into the top, etc., and I repeat myself for 22 rounds. So that is, I would say, pretty boring and straightforward. I should not be able to make any mistakes, which is pretty happy, because I was crocheting on my cardigan yesterday, and guess what? I had made the whole round, and I found a mistake that I couldn't leave, because I was basically missing the space where I was supposed to crochet in the next 2 fans in. So I had to frock the whole round, for crying out loud, yes, because that was maybe 1.5 hours work. I was not very happy. Hello, Joe. Welcome to our live. Nice to see you. Well, Amanda, I already sent you some. I can't keep only sending to you. Everybody gets jealous. But yes, I do have enough. That is, if you notice the thumbnail I used for this live, that is a sneak peek for some of my yarn sorting coming up in March. I am going to do some intro for that. Come more soon. The plan is for March to start. The only question is the exact dates. It depends, but I think it's gonna be either 4th or 11th, probably 11th. Depends on my scheduling, and that depends on next week. So I was supposed to do some recording. So I do most of my video recordings in the morning here between starting work, like between getting up basically and starting work. I usually have about an hour where I can do practical stuff, such as recording for my channel, amongst things. But this week, I've basically, Monday I slept in, or I wouldn't say I slept over, but I didn't get up on the normal time I get up to. So the rules in the house is that I try to get up before my partner so I can go to shower. And then when I'm done in the shower, he can go straight to shower and then he will go to work. And then afterwards, I will start. Like he basically goes to work and that fits with me having breakfast, and then I have about an hour before I have to start work. And the reason for me wanting to get up before him, even though I could sleep in longer, is that I am afraid I sleep over and then I'm afraid I won't get on work on time. And I like to be in time. And this week I've slept 3 times, 3 days. So Monday, Tuesday, and today, I woke up when his alarm went off, which means that I've heard my alarm and I shut it off and I did not move my butt out of bed and go to shower because his alarm goes half an hour later. And then I can only wait because he has to go and work on time and his schedule is kind of fitted so he gets up and he goes to shower and he goes to work. So I do have time to shower afterwards, but then my video recording time kind of goes poof. So thank God I had most of it sort of pre-ready for this week. And yes, I love to snuggle in too. And I have to say, I slept as a stone last night. I was like, I went to bed and I was out. And I know I put my alarm, so therefore I know that I must have turned it off. And when I think about it, I think I did. But I slept so good last night, and it's really, I don't often sleep that well that I can say, okay, I don't remember anything from when I went to bed until I woke up. So that was really nice. I must have needed it a lot. And thank you for your comments for my awesome thumbnail. It is just a sneak peek of some of my yarns for the thumbnail mainly contains Yana Rose Gardens and Hobby Sultan Deluxe. So the Cotton Kings Sultan Deluxe, and those yarns are more or less the same. I'm quite sure it's the same factory. It's just different labels and different prices. And yes, it's wonderful just sleep. Hello, Crossover Paranormal Society. Do you have any short name I can call you? Because I do think it's the first time I see you around, and if it's not, then I do apologize. But welcome to us and hanging out. I have a suspicion that is a Jonathan. And yes, Tank, you reached to become the queen last night, so you might just keep on to it. Who knows? Who knows? Who knows? So, the amount of stitches I have in the round here on my poncho is 108, and I am flipping it around, and I can tell you, so when I'm crocheting it on the couch when we're watching TV, it's in my lap right now. It's on the table in front of me, but it is my lap, and it's warm, which is something I really look forward to. I'm going to love this poncho next winter, like love. Cops of Jonathan. Okay, cool. Cop sounds pretty cool. I don't know if you are a cop though, but it's probably more like cop, C-O-P-S, shortening aberration. Cool, cool, cool. Hello, Dawn, our loving hands creations. Dawn, that's just one more Dawn, I guess, unless you have a specific name you'd rather have me calling you. And you're just lurking, trying to get better. What are you trying to get better at? And I do appreciate your thumbprint. I admire you just lurking, but I'm just a bit curious to see what you want to be better at, because you're mentioning trying to get better at something. We are a little bit talking about crocheting here. I do currently have, because I am a person like that, I have 4 VIPs. And I sold a project today. So I am clearing out stash. I sold a project today, which I had decided I needed to start clearing out stash and start to sell some things. I wasn't actually sure if people wanted to pay the price I asked. And I had a message today, and it's sold. I already got the payment. I just need to pack it in and ship it. But I know I can first ship it tomorrow. And another thing is, of course, because I knew this before I went live, so I could just quickly show you guys what I sold. I sold my dragon skull gloves. So these 2 have found a new home. I need to hold them at the right place. This set has found a new home, and they are going to a home here in the Netherlands. There was a lovely woman that thought they were absolutely awesome, and I can say they are definitely one of a kind, because this is not a pattern that I followed from anywhere. It is a pattern that came a bit out of my head, sort of self-adapting. So yeah, I sold these. So that's pretty awesome. That is the first official crochet stuff I've ever sold. So hooray, I'm just gonna quickly show you how they are looking when they're on. It is a size small, but yeah, here we have them, basically. Hello. So I sold them dragon skull gloves, and I'm going to pack them in tonight and make sure that they go on the post tomorrow for their new home. So that helps me refund my yarn budget a bit. That's pretty awesome. You work at a yarn factory, you make yarns. Yeah, obviously, I guess if you work at a yarn factory. And yes, hey, Grandy, I'm happy to see you. I hope you're well. You know, every time I see you, I'm thinking of you, knowing that you have gone through surgery. And I'm like, oh my goodness, at least you have the ability to entertain yourself with YouTube. Because I've been to the hospital once. I've been admitted to the hospital once in my life. That was back when I was, how old were I? 19, 20, something like that. It was the last year of my high school-ish thing. Like the education you do just before, like if you go to the university. The Swedes would know it as gymnasium. So that would be like your last year as, that would be senior as a high school. I got stung by a wasp. I'm apparently highly allergic to wasps. So I got taken by the ambulance with 911 to the hospital to give me all sorts of stuffs. And about 2 hours later, they concluded that as long as I was under surveillance by my parents, I could go home. And I was really happy, because those 2 hours were the most boring hours I remember in that period of life. So yeah, not very funny. Oh, Dawn is gonna send Granny D a package. Well, that's nice. I love how we are so warm and welcoming across YouTube. It really warms me. You know, I started YouTubing because it was more like as a vlog for the projects and things I was doing. I never expected it to be this warm and welcoming. I'm just saying, like, it's crazy how warm and welcoming YouTube is. It's almost making me want to cry. And except for that, I just see you chatting a bit back and forth. I am, though, curious if you have any projects you're working on right now. If you do, what are you working on? Would you care to share? Thank you, Michelle. So, you know, it's all just come, right? Like, you know, I started crocheting a bit again back in spring 2022. Oddly, it all happened with me. The beginning of March, I got this crochet kit for like an Easter chicken. And I talked with my mom about it, and it really frustrated me, but mainly because the crochet hook were really shit and the yarn was poor quality. But okay, what can I expect? It was a crochet kit for an amigurumi chicken for like $4, $5, something like that. So I wouldn't expect too much from it. And then I got invested to get some better hooks so I can actually probably do it. And the chicken looked like, well, I don't know. I still have it. I will show it when I do my yearly anniversary. So when we get closer to May. My anniversary is in the beginning of May for my YouTube channel. Is it end of September, beginning of May, something like that. I do believe it's May 2nd. That could be my anniversary. So I will share it by then. But during the process of starting to make, so that I started on this kit. When I started was when I was sick with COVID. I was sick with COVID in March 2022. I was 1 week in bed. I did not need to get to the hospital, but I was really, really sick for a week. And I did not know what to do. I couldn't do anything except for sleep and just stare. And we don't have anything in the bedroom that would resemble a TV. So in the end, I just started on this crochet kit for when I was awake. And that's how I kind of got back into crocheting, and I started venturing. And of course, the first site I bumped into to get some better quality yarns was Hobie, which is a bit funny because I am in the Netherlands and Hobie is a Danish company. But I think that my phone knows that I'm Danish because obviously my settings on my phone are in Danish. So that's kind of how I got back into crocheting. And then I decided I wanted to kind of just, you know, try to document my way back to crocheting. So actually I officially first really started crocheting seriously maybe in April last 2 years ago. So, but I did learn to crochet when I was a child. I was taught by my mother and probably also learned some from my grandmother on my father's side. My grandmother on my mother's side, she was the one that was knitting socks, and she makes some really good socks and mittens for that sake. Mittens for in the winter. So Amanda started on her Tunisian back panel. I know she is working on a Tunisian cardigan, I do believe. Cardigan, I think it was, not a sweater, but cardigan, if I'm not wrong. Tank is making 24 squares to make a swan show. And I do believe it's 24 squares, not 24 inches squares, as I read right? Michelle is working on a king-size granny blanket to the extended alpine shawl and a lemon peel stitch cardigan. So she's like me, she's busy with several projects. We know that I'm working on my inline alpaca poncho, because that is the one I am working on right here. Then I am working, my second WIP is my Oasis cardigan. And then actually I should do it differently. I should say my first WIP is the Oasis cardigan, but I'm not working on it right now. My second one is my poncho. My third one is my mosaic blanket, which is from Fleur. It's named Fleur. It's designed by Anke Wintersmans. She is a Dutch designer, but she does sell her patterns in English on Ravelry. And then this weekend, I started on the Jasmine tea shawl because that won the poll. Plus, I entered that one in the Disley Sisters make-along for shawls. You can either knit or crochet. You do not need to be started and you do not need to be finished, but you first need to be started after February 1st. I can do that. And it ends on the 30th of April. And of course, it's cool if you finish before, but you don't have to be finished before. So I think that's really nice. So I am following along on their mal with the Jasmine T-shirt and some awesome colors. And that's currently the projects I am working on. And then I am planning on starting on a new as well, just so I have a few, because I like to have a few projects. That's how I've been. So Granny's giving us a lovely update. Her blood pressure is staying on the low side, so she could use some prayers for that. And yes, she's going to call tech soon. Yeah, blood pressure, that's the thing, huh? I wish I had lower. I wouldn't say I wish I had lower blood pressure, but I guess it's more like pulse. I don't know. Hopefully it's all going to be better. I think that we should all send a few prayers towards Granny D. I really hope you get better soon. I really do. And Dawn is unfortunately sick, but she's not as worried because she's having everyone in the house around her, so there's no really time to be sick there. That sounds familiar. Nobody really ever has time. Like, you know, when we get sick, it doesn't matter what kind of sickness we get. None really ever have time. If it's a cold or flu or whatever we have, let's face it, we never really have time to be sick. It always comes very inconveniently, doesn't it? I think it do. And for those interested, because we didn't even talk about it, I'm just gonna just quickly insert my stitch marker so I don't lose process. Of course, as always, I do have my tea with me for those late in. It is the Nijmegen Tots, which is a local tea blend from the local store here in the city, which is about 10 kilometers away, maybe a bit less. So that is probably like 7 miles for the American terms. It's lovely black blended tea with a fruity flavor. It has cornflower petals and some rose petals, but also has pineapple and raisins. We usually get them in these bags with about 100 grams in, and then or 75 or 100 grams, and then you can like take them with home and put them in a container. This could be a container, though this container has had Dutch candies in it, but it's perfect size for the tea. So it has have had candy in it. There's no candy in it left, but it's still a nice container. And this is the loose tea blend I have. Let's see if I can actually, you can see how it looks in there a bit. It's not the best view, but that's a tea that I am drinking today. Hello, Mama Gwen. Nice to see you, and welcome to the live. I'm always a bit late because right now what I've happened is that you guys are so chatty, which is awesome, but I can't keep track. Maybe I could do it better if I got on StreamYard. I'm sure Amanda will tell me that. What my partner thinks about my crochet journey. Yeah, he's not a big fan of crochet, but he's supporting me in what I'm doing. He's not complaining. I don't think he's realizing that YouTube is this serious. But that's not necessarily an issue. It's just, I don't think he's really realizing it's getting that serious. And that's okay. So he's okay. I can't make things for him because he's not going to wear them or use them. So that's a waste of time. I haven't even told him yet I've sold this pair, but I will, because when he's getting home tonight, I need one of his bubble envelopes to send them in. So he will be told that I actually sold something. And I actually sold them for profit, not a big profit, but it will definitely make me a few cents compared to what I paid for the skein and compared to shipping and everything. So that's nice. It's not something I'm going to survive on for sure, but it is definitely something that can go back to my yarn budget. And it helps clean out the stash a bit. Yeah, I would wanted to sell them for a bit more. Should I really like try to do this? But then I would have wanted them to be more identical, though it's kind of nice. They are different, but the same, because you can see it's the same yarn. Yet they are 100% unique, one of a kind, because there is no pattern for these. It's a bit made up in my mind. I just winged it. There's a few things I would like to improve on the pattern. I've been asked if I wanted to make a tutorial for it. Not 100% decided yet. In that sense, if I do go that way, I do want to improve the pattern a bit first. Yeah, so I have a few thoughts on it, and I would like to make them more like sort of identical if I really wanted to see if I could make some more money from them. But I would need more than one skein, because this is about one skein of the Hobby Carnival yarn. I have very little left. I have like maybe not even 5 grams of yarn left for a full skein. So I used like 95% of the skein for this from the Hobby Carnival. But yeah, that's kind of the plans. Let's see if I can catch up on the rest here. In between, everything goes crazy. Okay, 24-inch large squares. How many squares, Tank, are you then making? Not 24 squares, but 24-inch squares. Hello, Susanna. Welcome to the live. Lovely to have you around. And Frosted Broccoli is here. Hey, FBI. Nice to have you in the round. And yes, Jessica, you caught a live. I am not very good at going live. Well, it's not wrong. It's not because I don't want to go live. It's because I do my lives when my partner isn't around due to the location I do my lives in. The location is my all-in-one room. To the right, you see the very corner of my kitchen. And to the left, if you continue to the left, you would have the living room office of my partner. And then if you go more like that direction, so across the corner from me, you would have our sitting area with couches and everything. And this is one floor, one big room. There's like no walls and doors. Then I would go, if I would go straight ahead more or less now, I would go into our hallway where we also have our guest toilet, and there is the stairs upstairs. And upstairs I have our bedroom, then I have our guest room, which is also my yarn room and my fitness room and my storage room for my company and my everything room. Basically everything is in that room. That's just Stine. And then a few tools from my partner. But it's mainly my mess and I need to clean it up, which is something I am in progress with. And then we have our bathroom with shower and everything. And then there's another stairs going all the way up to the attic. So that's kind of how the house is divided in. Here in the Netherlands, we tend to have slim houses that's tall. So I have 3 living floors, basically. And that's because we have a lot of water and we don't have much land and we have a lot of people. So the living condensities are a bit thin or thick. Like there's lots of people and few square meters, like especially compared to Sweden. Sweden has lots of space, especially also Denmark. To compare the Netherlands for facts, the Netherlands is 5,000 square kilometers smaller than Denmark, but they have 3 times the amount of people living here. Just to give you a bit some relations on density of population. And Michelle is asking if anyone has a really good idea for an Afghan. The customer could only afford 1,680 yards. And she's using a Bernat 4-weight. Well, good question. I'm not familiar with Bernats, and I'm not really a big Afghan maker, so I will leave the American Pros onto this one. And I'm told the Hobby Bingo started, and I totally forgot. We talked about me having to actually pop in there, so I could do that in the background and then just join round 2. I just need to reset my location also for my hobby app for Sweden, else I won't get in. But we are working on that now. We have hobby website, because I do understand some Sweden, and it says next game is Monday, which is not true because I am not in the United Kingdom right now. I am in Sweden. The Netherlands don't have any days for Hobby Bingo because in the Netherlands they don't do Hobby Bingo, unfortunately. So we have Hobby Bingo. Yay! Look, Amanda, running in the background. I won't have anything now. Or maybe I'm not still on time. I don't think you guys have your bingo cards yet. I am just going to put her next to me. Hello, Anmita. Nice to see you. Nice to have you around. Hi, Michelle. Yeah, that's the thing. Our husbands don't need to understand as long as they can understand that we need to. What? But he wears a sweater you made him. So my partner doesn't even wear sweaters. Like he would not wear sweaters because he just doesn't enjoy it. So I could make him a sweater, but he wouldn't wear it. So that would be a waste of my time. And he also openly admits to me that I don't even need to do it. Like he just says, the problem is, honey, while I understand it's made with love for me, and that part I appreciate, I won't be using it. So I think it's a waste of your time, which I would to some extent agree with. So I'm just okay. Okay, so Tank is making 9 24-inch squares for her swan show. Looking forward to see pictures of that one. Do please share. And Amanda just told me first game haven't started yet, so I win time, which probably means I won't win because now I'm in. Now I'm sort of in, right? So yeah, we are still on this, and I'm more than halfway on the first round on all my front post, back post double crochets. I am also aware that Linda is live right now, and she was going to show progress of her own Mal projects. It has to wait on me. I could actually just give you guys a sneak peek of where I am with the T-shawl. I am at a place now where I am going to change color. At least that's what I've concluded. I have also to say this blue is gorgeous. I love this one. I love it. Really, it's really, really gorgeous blue. But yeah, I've made the first, I don't know how many rounds that is, 12, 13, I don't know. This is where we are. Here we are. This is my beginning of the Jasmine T-shawl. I am using the Hobby Cotton Friends 8.4 with a 3.5mm crochet hook. This is made by, the design is by Red Teapot Atelier. It's a Hobby Plus pattern. You can also buy them on Ravelry. If you want me to send the link in chat, I can do that. But that is my start of my Mal that is going to be finished, hopefully, towards end of April. At least that is the goal. And I reached to make the first game because I have my cards now. Thank you, Amanda, for reminding me. Trust me, I'm very happy. Thank you. If any one of you don't know Amanda, I do think you really should jump over and check out her site. She goes live more often than me. She does it every week on Sundays, Sunday evening lives. I'm just needing to find her links if I can actually find it. There she is. Sorry, I don't have all these put down. She is also being dropped sometimes by night, but you can go visit Amanda. She has a lovely, lovely channel. I should also say thank you very much to Dawn Yandor, because she was very so kind to give me a shout out of his in her live last night. And some of you guys came over from her channel, which I very much appreciate. So if you haven't visited Dawn's YouTube either, I can also recommend you to peek over there. She does Monday lives when it's a hobby bingo for the UK, US. So we're all hobby fans, I would say. And I do have a lot of hobby yarns, don't I? But yeah, so what I'm going to do is I am going to put up a new poll for my members tab. For those members I do have, I thank you very much for your membership. I very much appreciate you guys. I will put up a new poll for you guys for my next project to start on. There will be a couple of choices. So I will be adding that to the community tab eventually, because I like to have a few different projects to work on. I might not work on each project every week, but I feel that I might need a new project. So I will put up a new poll for that. Probably, well, no later than this weekend. Jessica is saying that she's making a queen size blanket with 6 cakes of sultan deluxe and a koi from Hobby. And she loves the bingo Mondays here in the US. So, Jessica, if you look at the thumbnail for this live, the koi is actually the center one, the one I have in the middle of that photo of the deluxe yarns. So that's actually even in this live's photo, because I do have one of the koi diamonds. Sorry, it's named Koi Diamond. I do have it. I do want to make something from it, but I haven't decided what yet. But I have one, and I do want to use it for something. I got it at a really good sales price, maybe 2 years ago, close to 2 years ago, sometime during 2022. That I do remember, because I can see that in my order history from Hobby. Hello, Sally. Welcome to this live. And Teresa, welcome to this live as well. And Andrea as well. Oh, we are getting more people in here. It is wonderful to see you in here. And I see the numbers are slowly flowing in the Swedish Hobby Bingo. I only have one number so far drawn, which basically tells me that, as usual, I'm not going to win anything. And if I do win, I don't know, I will be surprised, but I don't expect to win anything. I don't expect to win anything. Not this time around. My platter orange video. Yeah. Oh, you meant when I did the platted orange haul that I only ordered orange cakes from Platter. When I celebrated King's Day last year. I am not sure I can recreate a moment like that. I still have a lot of orange yarns. And I am actually thinking of using some of these orange yarns for the heart collector shawl. At least it's in contemplation. And I see there is the first bingo winner, and I think I only had like two numbers even on the plate. Like, how can people have a row so quickly? I have 2 numbers on the same row though, but like, look. Oh, you can't really. I need to, just one moment, I need to lower the intensity of my screen, because else you can't see. Let's see. Look, this is what I have, and somebody already have a row. Like, what's the likelihood? Did you change it to Sweden? Okay, I guess technically Amanda was worse off than me if she has 2 numbers on 2 different rows. I have 2 numbers, but on the same row. But still, like, nope. I'm not though seeing what yarns I'm gonna win, which means, because I'm gonna keep focus on you guys, which means that if I do win, it will be a surprise. And I will definitely make like a whole video kind of concept for that if I ever win a Hobby Bingo, saying, hey guys, look what I won at the bingo. That would be kind of nice. Did any one of you ever win a prize from the Hobby Bingo? Like, just tell me it's possible. And I'm sorry that I'm late and not reminding you, but Amanda kind of sort of late momently reminded me, and I think I was like just lucky enough 2 minutes before to do it. At least that's my suspicion here. But yes, any sharing and caring is really nice. I am doing my absolute best to just enjoy myself on this road to the 1,000 subscribers. And as you know, I will have an extraordinary giveaway. Once I do hit the 1,000 subscribers, we will have like an extra party. And I already started to sharing teasers of some of the things you can win in those giveaways. That's going to be a bunch of yarns, probably like double size normal, if not more. It's also helping because I've been sorting my stash, which is going to be a whole video series on its own, which is going to be Sort My Stash 2024. With a big Sort My Stash 2024, I'm not really sure. It feels like the big one. It has been a lot of sorting, and I did actually, during this process of sorting, I managed to get rid of at least 3 bags. Well, I kind of stashed it together in different crates and so on, but it gave some space. So that's positive. So due to the sorting, I got extra space. Not that I got rid of my yarns, but due to the sorting, I got extra space. I'm on 3 numbers now. We are back in the run. For those interested, I just turned up the color again, didn't it? Yeah, it did. Stupid app. This is what we are. We are playing for, I do believe, 3 rows. I did it again. Me and my phone needs to can you just keep what I ask you to do? We're going for 3 rows right now for one of the 5 rows. I have 4 numbers now, and I will tell you guys if I win. But I have this feeling that I won't, because I am not that lucky. Jessica never... Jessica never won, but last week she only missed 2 for the 3 rows and 2 for the 5 rows. That's close. That gives you this feeling that, okay, it could be today, and then you see that bingo, somebody already has bingo, and you're just sitting there and being like, but life was so close. I guess that's excitement of bingo, isn't it? At least that seems to be. Oh, Tank is having an asthma attack and could use some prayers. So let's please all send our healing prayers to Tank. Just positive thoughts. I get it's very difficult to say relax, but asthma attacks are definitely not fun. They are no joke. So yeah, healing thoughts. Hello, VJ. Very nice to see you around in this live. Makes me very happy to have you in here with us. I hope you are enjoying yourself. Meanwhile, I just finished a round and slip-stitched into the first, and we are beginning on the next round, which means that soon we finished round 9, and I have another 13 to go, which I won't do today because simply I don't crochet fast enough, certainly not when I'm live. Being live is cutting a bit on my crochet time, simply because I am not the superstar like Tank, who can chat and crochet like crazy. Mad respect, by the way, not as a teasing man, mad respect. I just can't. I'm trying to keep track on the chat, and I'm trying to crochet and look a bit. We're still going for 3 rows, and I have 2 rows where I'm missing 2, and then I have 2 rows where I'm missing 4, and a full row where I don't have any in. I won't win this one. You know that. Breathe and relax. Granny D, you need to when you open the hobby app, I could try to show you. Hope I'm not going to lose my effort and process here, but let's try to. If it allows me to go out of this, does it? Can you somehow? No, then I have to cancel the bingo. Okay. Down in the left corner, you have this menu button, and then you scroll all the way down the menu, and you can choose your location. And that's location where you choose your country location, and then you can join. And for those interested, these are the current status of my bingo. As you can see, I have 3, 3, none, 3, and 1 on the rows. And we are going for 3 rows. And I'm missing 2, and I'm missing 2. So I'm missing 6 and getting 3 rows. And I have this feeling that won't happen. But we'll see. We'll see. Hello, Sarah. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Sarah is from Minnesota in Americas. Okay, so Tank's husband had concrete dust in his clothes and forgot when you pick them up for laundry. Oh yeah, that sounds like no fun. Exactly, just like what VJ said. Just all the way scroll down and you will find it. Oh, this tea is nice and warm. I literally just made it before going live. That's the reason I was like 2 minutes late, because the tea took longer to boil than I had planned, or planned. I'll not say that planned boiling the tea, but it took longer than intended or expected. I am down to, I'm still missing 5. And I can read all the Swedish comments. They can see here, like, I missed that, and I only need so many, and I won once on my birthday, etc. Because I do speak, I wouldn't say I speak Swedish, I understand Swedish, and I can read Swedish, which means that when Amanda speaks with her family, I can, to some extent, understand what they're talking about, depending on how heavy dialect that they're chatting, for those curious. And thank you for the sub, VJ. Absolutely love to having you around. That is wonderful. Much appreciated. I do know Linda Simpson is also live for the next 35 minutes about. She's usually doing like an hour with her sister. I'm undecided on how long I will be live. I am on live for a bit more yet. I was debating now, when I had slept over this week 3 times already, that I could have used today for some recording tonight. But I didn't. I decided I would rather go live with you guys, because I don't always have the option to go live due to things. And tomorrow morning I can't do pre-recording, because tomorrow morning I do my weekly yarn talks, and apparently our phone is ringing. I should probably pick it up, I guess. But they are not calling to get a hold of me. They're calling to get a hold of my partner. They already quit, which means it's probably a salesman. So I am not very sad that I didn't pick it up. Earlier this week, the phone called. I think that was Monday. It called in my lunch break, so I picked it up because I happened to be on break. I picked it up, and the other guy on the other end was like, "Oh, these days we are installing solar panels in your street, so we were wondering if you had interest." And then I'm just thinking, we already have solar panels. Why don't you do due diligence research before you call? I don't know if you guys have those experiences as well with salespersons. We even had a door salesman trying to sell us solar panels after we had them laid up. It's like, look up at the roof. You can see them laying there. Why are you trying to sell us something we already have? Oh, I know that feeling. I will check when I'm done here if I am a member of your family as well. Right now I'm just doing, might not be, so I just need, give me a moment. I do believe it's easier if I just open YouTube. I saw you noted me, so I will check. It could be that I missed out. And that's the thing with YouTube. No, I'm not. I'm surprised. I am popping in, so I just throw some yarn in your window as well, VJ. So that's the thing with YouTube. Sometimes you think you're members, and sometimes they tend to remove your membership, which means if you're in the yarn basket right now, which means basically if you're just lurking and listening, do check if you're subscribed. It would be really awesome if you would join the family. That is absolutely wonderful when it happens. Hello, Miss Debbie. Welcome, even that from California, all the way across. And Sarah Mahoney is also around. Hello, Sarah. Welcome on. And Granady got into the Swedish bingo. We are right now playing for the full plate, Granady, just in case you are wondering, because I do know you won't get a bingo plate because you joined late, but you will get one for the second game. But welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't worry, Granny D. I'm also a bit hobby bingoing, and the reason I am is because of Amanda, because you reminded me that I could do the Swedish one. So this is, God, my phone went bright again. I'm just lowering down because if it's all bright, you can't see anything. This is my plate right now. Might be hot for me. It's looking pretty darn good. I am missing 7. Play for me, pray for me. I promise you guys there will be a yarn video if I win. Like I will be a live on, I'm not sure if I can do a live unboxing, but I will definitely do a recording with my real expressions and everything like I only do for my yarn hauls. But oh my goodness. Only 7, but I see one needs only 5, so what's the likelihood I win? Only 7. Amanda needs 9 to go. They keep sending messages. Maybe it's a good thing. I don't know what they're saying. Maybe, I don't know. Pop-ups. Like, we're on live. Come join it. Sarah forgot she had to get her tea that she forgot that she'd made until you mentioned yours. Mine today's green tea with mint and honey because I'm getting oil rose. Oh, that's honey doesn't sound bad though. I did not add any honey because the tea blend I have is a quite sweet one. It's both sweet and fruity fresh. And I like it's a good tea all year round. It's a good comfy tea. Where the tea I have with cinnamon and orange, for example, for the winter glow tea, that's something I would more do in the autumn, maybe also a bit now, but I wouldn't drink it so quickly in the summer. Where this one I could easily drink in the summer. Where the other one I might, but not as often. Where it's really suitable for winter, especially for December, because both cinnamons and oranges is something that I relate to Christmas. You can stop searching for what? That's the question. So I am down to 6 to go for hobby bingo. 6 to go. 6 to go. 6 to go. Please let me win. That would be kind of cool, wouldn't it? Yeah, it would. So I can actually also do the Danish bingo and the German bingo, and I would be able to understand them all. Oh, there is a bingo, and I only had 6 to go, so I got through that I wouldn't win. Dang it. Dang it. But that's okay, I'm used to not winning. You know, in Denmark, for those interested in these fun facts, in Denmark it's said, if you're lucky in games, you have no luck in love. So I don't mind being unlucky with games if that means that I have a wonderful partner. I don't know if you have similar sayings in America, so in Sweden or everywhere else, but for us, it's if you're unlucky or lucky in games, like you win a lot and so on, that you have less luck in love. And I am very appreciative of my partner. He is very supportive of more or less everything I do. We talked about my current job situation. We talked about it last live. The issue is basically that I already asked for vacation for my December trip, and my direct boss can't allow me vacation because there's this new rule in the company that says that you cannot get vacation the last 5 weeks before New Year's, because that is the busy period. And it's in December, so obviously that's less than 5 weeks before. So I requested it, because when I applied for the job, I was told if I just request in due time, it's not a problem. Now it's a problem. I've been there for 2.5 years. I will basically stay there, and then I will ask again for the vacation in the summer, and I will do again in the autumn. And if they decline again in the autumn, then I will quit my job, basically. If they don't give me the week of vacation, then I will find something else to do. Also, because I'm looking ahead of time. Every 2 years I go to Denmark for Christmas. So in 2 years I will be going to Denmark for Christmas, and Christmas is really on some really poor dates. The likelihood that I will be off work is like slim to none based on the new rules. So yeah, it's just not a suitable solution, long-term solution. That would probably give me some time to do more crocheting unless I find a new job. But so the benefit is my partner understands that I might need to quit my full-time job, because he's also being like, yeah, that's not a workable solution. It's not even realistic. And you know, when my direct team lead or boss asked his boss if I could get vacation, he said, oh, she's already requesting vacation for December because she doesn't want to work when it's busy. So like that I was lazy, that I just didn't want to work. So I already just wanted the vacation. What they don't realize is what I'm doing during that week. I'm getting up earlier than I would normally do for regular work, and I'm going way later to bed, and I'm doing something the whole day, and I don't have no moment where I can put my feet up. It's like work from you get up till you get to bed, except for you have a meal here and there. So no, I'm not going there because I'm lazy. I'm going there because I've done it the last 14 years, and I'm definitely also going to go year 15, and that's not something that they're going to change. So that's how it is. So that's kind of what I've come to the conclusion, that I will so far stay with the company until when I will need to quit and get all my vacation taken, so I can still go there on time. And it's not because I necessarily want to quit, because I do enjoy the job that I do in 95% of the time. But I'm not very happy with the fact that they decide that I can't have vacation. That's the issue, basically. So I might have to find something else. That time is out in the future, and I'm trying to not worry more about it. Jessica's saying here, her grandmother would always say, if it were not for bad luck, she wouldn't have any luck at all. She passed all that down to me. Oh no. I'm sure you have some luck in life. We just, we all need to appreciate things. It's the same like, I'm not talking a bunch about my health, but I do have some health issues. I'm not the perfect example of health, but generally it's going okay given the situation. So when people are asking, hey, Stina, how are you doing today? And I'm like, it's pretty okay. It could be a shit ton worse. So that's kind of how I look into life. Like, there is no need to complain about whatever, because it's not going to help anything. Not much more than that to be said. I'm trying to not let that affect me and what I want to do in life. Granny, good luck with PT just came in. That would be physician therapist, maybe? Physiotherapist, could be. In that event, good luck. I love personally my physio. I have the world's awesomest physio. He is really, really good at his job. He is also often getting the other physios at the practice second opinions for treatment suggestions, etc. And he's the one that's doing my monthly maintenance, basically. So he is working a little bit like my chiropractor, but also handling tensions in necks, etc., etc. So he is basically, he's my mechanic. But the treatment I'm getting for my feet is done by a colleague of his, and that was a new experience for me, but a very nice guy. And after he did his research, he gave me basically the same diagnosis. And I said, well, that's a good thing, you agree. And then he just basically said, yeah, that's indeed a good thing, because physiotherapists never agree with one another for diagnosis. Very rarely agree. So I was a little bit surprised about hearing that. You would think that would be so, but apparently they tend to disagree about some things. Interesting. Well said, Jessica. We all need to be thankful for the days we wake up, and we need to be thankful for the lovely community. Honestly, I am thankful that I've met you all. I never ever expected this journey to be this wonderful. Absolutely not. And I am working on the second round since we started this live, and I am not, it's not getting that far. Yes, physical therapy is PT. Yes, I was right, spot on. So that's the thing. Sometimes with these English words, I do have to guess what it could be. And that is, I guess, a part of that is, yeah, it's just not my native, so I need to think a bit out of the box. And for those wondering, I speak 4 languages. I speak 3 fluently. I speak 3 fluently. I speak 1 reasonably okay, well enough to have a regular conversation, as long as it's not too technical. And I understand another 2. So I speak fluently Danish. I was born in Denmark. I grew up in Denmark. I lived in Denmark until I was 24. Then I moved to the Netherlands because my partner is Dutch. I met him in the Netherlands at a match when I was away with the Danish national team. And over time, about a year later, we decided it was better for me to move here because driving back and forth was a big hassle. I finished my education down here because I was able to do so. And I've been living here since. And then I speak English because I learned in school. I started on English in 4th grade. So I was about 9 years old when I started with English lessons. And then in 7th grade, so that I've been 12, probably, yeah, 7th, 12. I started with German lessons, but my German was never very good until I learned Dutch. Like my German, and that's also partially because I didn't really use my German much back then. Then I've been with a German team. I've been doing Bundesliga with a German team. And some of my teammates wasn't very good in English, so I kind of forced myself to talk German to them, which also helped my German. Then because I am from Denmark, I understand Swedish and Norwegian, but it kind of depends on how heavy dialect they have, the Swedes, and Norwegians for that matter as well. But yeah, so I do understand quite a few languages. Hello, Sherry, welcome to the live, nice to have you. I was thinking of you earlier today when I opened my closet because I found some of the teas that you sent me. It's still there. I should need to drink a few more of them. And I also moved the yarns around this weekend that you sent me. Hello, Tracy. Welcome to the live. Happy to see you around. So we have a few new joiners here. What are you guys working on? If you are working on crocheting right now, or if you're just listening because you're driving to or from work or having lunch or whatever. But if you're working on a project right now, what are you working on? I am working on my poncho, where I have started on the cowl and I am on row 10. I still need a bit more to finish row 10. Then I need another 12 rows to finish it, but that won't be today. I am realistic, that's not going to happen. Oh, that's nice. So Sherry just sent Granny D some tea. That will be there when Granny D gets home from the hospital. That's wonderful. Sarah's in and out taking care of a 2-year-old, and she's also working. That's a lot. So you're like working and taking care of your 2-year-olds. That's like a full-time job on its own. Tracy is working on a cardigan in the moss linen stitch. That's nice. That's nice. Hello, Michelle D. Nice to see you here. I'm not sure if I did greet you when you came in or if this is your first post. In case I did not greet you when you came in, I do apologize. It's nice to have you here. Also, thank you to everyone here, especially also thank you to my members. For my members, just a heads up, I will be posting a new post on the community tab. That will include a new poll for upcoming what I should start working on. And I see a changed color here, but it's very slight color change. I actually thought it would take a bit longer before it did so, but it's okay. It's okay. I am just having a few more stitches and then I am finished with round 10 of the cowl. I am really looking forward for when this is done because this pullover feels really warm just when I'm sitting here with it. And I can also feel that when I'm sitting in the couch, I feel where it's laying. And then when I move it around to like kind of work around and around, I can feel how the warmth moves around. So I'm like, it's going to be so nice and warm when it's done. It's almost a bit like Gollum from Lord of the Rings, precious, because I like warmth. I am a skittish cold person. Everyone I know here in the Netherlands, they're all looking at me and saying, Stine, how can you be born in Denmark when you hate cold this much? And when you're constantly cold, we do not believe you're born in Denmark. And I'm like, I don't know. Because, I don't know. It's just something wrong with me. I should theoretically have been chosen to be born in a warmer location. But it's not like we can choose that. Or even born in a warmer month because I'm born in January. Sherry also sent Granny a bunch of stitch markers that she made with different flowers, and they will last longer than real flowers. Yes, definitely if you made them yourself, for sure. And I just finished round 10. I am just slip stitching into the chain from the previous round. Just a moment, focus, yes. So one more round done, and we will start on the next. I just need to keep track here. Back post, front post, back post, front post, back post, post, etc. all the way around for another 108 stitches. That is what is going on. And I'm just gonna flip this a bit around and pull some more yarn. And I see we are started on the next game. And I am just gonna, because every time we do this, the phone changes its configuration. This is the next game. We are playing for 1 row right now, for those that's curious. Knowing me, I am still not gonna be winning, but we are trying and hoping, of course, because I will definitely love to do a yarn video with winnings from Hobby Bingo. So Tracy says she's working, but after work she will be working on her Red Hat Granny Scary yarn squares. Not sure what to do with them yet when done. Well, Tracy, I am sure once you feel you're done, eventually some project comes to you to inspire you. You know, everything has a purpose and a meaning eventually. So be patient, it will come to you, I'm sure. Sarah says, typo. Oh, so your child just vomited? That is a bunch of work to clean up that mess. And you also work from home. So I also work from home. My workstation is basically 1 or 2 meters that direction, not even 1.5 meters. I work in the living room mainly because the office isn't really, it feels so wrong. I feel stuffed into it, and it's stuffed with a bunch of other things, including yarns, which is the one I need to sort of clean up and find space for, and everything else. And yes, so get me to this magic 1K subscribers so I can give away a bunch of my yarn in a massive big celebration giveaway. We already had 1 row, I see. Apparently I got the yarn tangled into my phone. So Sherry she hates the cold and was born in August, but in a cold climate. She blames her mom. So Sherry, I was born in Denmark in January, and I was expected to come on my mother's birthday, which is on January 5th. I came on my dad's birthday, which is on January 16th. And what happened was basically that my mom went into labor. This is all I'm told, of course. My mom went into labor at 2 a.m. in the morning. So she woke up my dad and said, "Hey, honey, your birthday present is on its way." And my parents didn't at that time, back in 1985, have a phone in the house. So we had to go down to the street phone to call the ambulance, but my mom was in labor. And he told me the coins froze into the coin phone, the telephone, street telephone, where you had to insert the coins. It basically froze on their way in because it was negative 22 degrees Celsius that night. And I'm just going to do a Celsius to Fahrenheit for you guys because I have no clue what that is in Fahrenheit. So I'm just going to do a conversation for you guys because I would else have no clue. Negative 22 degrees Celsius is about negative 7.5 Fahrenheit. For those that want to relate, so negative 7.5, negative 8 Fahrenheit. That was the warmth of the evening that I was born. Or well, when my mom went in labor, I first came during the day via cesarean because I did not want to get out. Yes, I wish my parents had moved to somewhere warm before I arrived as well, but you know, they've always been in Denmark and they won't get out of Denmark, and that's absolutely fine. I'm just surprised yeah. But the thing is, when I visit my parents, I can feel that their home is warmer than ours. The temperature stands warmer. So when I get home, I start freezing here at home. And that's probably because they have this old system where you just have like some numbers on the heating, where we have this technical version that basically says we want this amount of degrees, and then you just enter it, and then that's what it is going to be. Where they just have to either turn up or down for the heat, but not with a specific, like we want it to be X degrees Celsius. Oh my goodness, lovely yarns. I want to win, bingo. We are going for 3 rows, and I am absolutely not even close to winning. I'm not sure when we just started for the 3 rows, but I can tell you I am not winning this one either. For those interested, this is my plate right now. And they are showing some baby cotton yarns. I love cotton, so I want to win, but I'm probably not going to win because this plate is worse than the previous plate. And I'm just going to catch up here. Oh, so Tank says she sent a little Valentine. They were right by your house when they called me Tuesday, and the driver turned around, so now it says tomorrow. Oh, okay. And my mom peeks in here. Hey, Mom. She is knitting right now on what's called the domino shawl. I don't know if I can actually find it. I do believe it's also from Drops, actually. She is one of these brave persons that's doing Drops patterns just like me. I'm definitely not doing it because I just do it because they look good and not because I'm reading them first, because I really should read them first. I'm just going to see if it's actually popping up when you're doing, because I know how it looks. I know what she's doing. It's not the Delight. It's domino. It's not Made in the Fable, is it? No. Oh, that looks gorgeous. I actually have a lot of them. You could make it into a dress as well. So this is a classic way of doing it. I'm just trying to see if it's not this one, it's not that one. Could be a bit like this one. I'm just trying. Oh, there it is. Ha! Found it. I found it. She is using a different yarn though, but I'm just going to show you for those that's knitting. This is knitted, a knitted shawl. Sherry says she found it so cold last night that she thought her eyeballs was going to freeze and made minestrone soup. And went to bring some to the son and family. I stopped at Walmart, but was 25 but chill. Yeah, oh, but yeah. So right now, it's apparently was pretty warm today, but the wind is really chill here. So they always find Sarah's home. It's a private street with only 5 homes, and we have a street sign at the end. I think when I sent you your winnings last summer, that went straight as well. That wasn't really any issues, right? So hey, they told you you're going to have snows on Tuesday, and it rained and a few flakes of snow. Yeah, that sounds like most predictions everywhere. And your sister and hubby lives next, and her husband lives next door to you. Beautiful home in Orlando, Florida. That sounds nice though. Where they go to December through May. Oh, I'm jealous. I am jealous. It was nice having you around, Jessica. Absolutely. Take care. And if I see you another time, absolutely take care. We have a winner on 3 rows. Again, my phone went up light, and I definitely were not anywhere close. I was missing 6. Oh goodness, there are Salt and Shadows. If you get the full bingo. If I don't get to win, I hope Amanda wins because she uses this yarn as well. Or anyone else here. Anyone here in the live, promise me if you win Hobby Bingo, let me know if you win. I would like to know. Yeah, Michelle, it's really, really beautiful. And she's using, what is the yarn again named? It's Viking. So it's a Norwegian yarn, but it's also like, I think, can we find that on Linda Hobby? We probably can. I think we can. Yeah, she's using the Viking Norlys yarns. I'm just not sure if the colorway is here because it's a really old yarn that she picked up like years ago. I think she bought, I'm not sure what she bought it for. Just gonna see if I can actually get this for, if they do have a .com site, they do. It's just for you guys so you can actually read the actual things if you are interested. But the yarn my mom is using for her shawl, and she may, if she's nice, share a video, not a video, but a photo of it, and I can share it in my live when it's done, for those that's interested. But that's the yarn she's using to knit with, and it's gorgeous. Welcome back from tennis, Susan. Here, tennis would be outdoors, and I think it's a tad too cold and wet to do tennis. Though I think I would probably enjoy tennis. I always loved badminton. So tennis would probably do well with me as well. Sherry told her aunt that she was going to apply for a meteorological job in, I do believe, NH, New Hampshire. And she thinks she would just be as good. Probably. That's how I feel sometimes as well without the predictions here. Yes, Sherry, you need to change country to your location. So in the hobby app, you can change your location country. So you need to be in the country for the country that they're playing. Not physically, but your app needs to believe you're in Sweden or in Denmark or in UK or wherever. The Netherlands do not have hobby bingo, so I need to participate in all the other country bingos and hope that I might be lucky enough to win. And we are going for the full plate, and I am very far off winning, but I will share with you how far we are. Oops, this way. This is how it's looking right now. As you can see, I'm not even half full on the plate, so I will definitely not get this bingo. Amanda, if you're still watching, I hope you are getting close to bingo. Tank played tennis in high school. So, yeah, there's a second game. The second game is on right now. Amanda has 10 left. I have 4, 7, 11 left. Sherry, they play English bingo on 5 p.m. So that's 11 a.m. Eastern. Then Germany plays at 2 p.m. Eastern, Tuesdays. Denmark at 2 p.m. Wednesdays, and Sweden at 2 p.m. Eastern, Thursdays. So today, and that's it. Thursday today is Sweden. And yeah, that's a lot left. I have the same. It's way too many left for me to win this one. Like, nope, not happening. It's a shame because there's some really gorgeous yarns this time around. But I think there is this every bingo. I'm like, oh my goodness, why don't I win? With a very few exceptions. Yes, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So on Mondays, you do English bingo. On Tuesdays, you do German, so Germany bingo. And that's at 2. And then on Wednesdays, you do Danish, Denmark bingo. And on Thursdays, you do Swedish, Sweden bingo. Definitely. And Night Boss is hanging around helping us with informations. So I appreciate all of you for hanging around with me. I did not have any scholarships in school for sports. They don't do that here in Denmark. But it would have been awesome going to like a scholarship for America, for the US. But then, of course, I wouldn't have been where I am today. So at the same time, I'm pretty happy where I am today. Though it could have been really cool to shoot for one of the American universities. They do the NCAAs. I do know people that's been there and the participating in the program that's gotten full scholarship, and therefore also the full education paid during the university for the bachelor's. So that's pretty, really awesome. They do that. Hobby should still ship to you if you play in a foreign language. Yes. Some people have said, I have a row! Except the row doesn't give anything right now, right? But look. Oh, that's still too light. Moment, my phone is messing with me. Look, I have a full row on the top row. It's the first ever. Maybe second ever, but it's the first I really noticed. A full row. I still need to have 3, 4, 6, 10. I'm still 10 down. Thank you, Tank. Thank you so very much. And yes, happy belated Valentine's. That is definitely a bit belated. Valentine's way yesterday, but I take that just as much. So definitely. Thank you. Thank you, Tank. Quite appreciate it. Really? I didn't see it Monday. So the thing is, when the Monday bingos are there, I don't always get to join them because Monday at 5 p.m., that's 5 p.m. my time. So that is 11 a.m. Eastern. I'm still at work. And if I'm with a customer on the phone, I don't always get the bingo turned on. Even though I don't physically need to watch the bingo, I still need to be mentally ready for the bingo and actually open it and remember it. And if it's too busy at work, I simply don't get it done. Today, I think I'd reach to do a little bit of crocheting at work, but not a lot. But yeah, I can't believe that if they got bingo after 6 numbers and you only need 5 for a row, that's impressive. Like, how can you be that lucky? They are still popping down here. I am one less. We are only having 8 to go for bingo for me. But I suspect that I am definitely not going to win because there are people only needing like 4 or 5 still for their bingo. So I definitely will win this one. Nix. Nope. I would like to, but it's not happening. I don't believe in it. VJ says she needs 9 for the bingo. Okay, so I theoretically make a slight bit bigger chance.
Sorry, I don't understand. Please use the Sonos app.
Sorry for the background noise from my Sonos. It apparently does not understand me, but I didn't actually order Sonos to play anything, so I don't know why I did that. Sharon says here, if she thinks if she ever wins bingo, she will have 10 other people winning together with her. Yes, I think that's I have the same suspicion that I won't win alone, and then you get the new lottery, and then I will win all the points and not the prizes of yarns, which I rather want than the point. Of course, I don't complain about the points because there are some nice things in the point store, but not enough things. And oh my goodness, we are down to 6, missing 6. For those curious, it's getting closer. I'm down to 5. I only need 5 more. No, only 5 more, but it's gonna say bingo very soon. But we can watch a bit here together. Thank yes, you're still wonderful regardless of how you spell Valentine's. Definitely, you have massive hearts for me. Damn, we have bingo, and Amanda only had 3 to go, and I had 4 or 5. I didn't reach to see if the last number were actually one of mine, but bummer. Congratulations to whoever won. If it wasn't one of us, congratulations to a happy winner. I'm sure that we are a fair bit jealous because there was some sultan, like some sultan shadows. Those are gorgeous yarns. I have one. I think I have one or two. I have one at least, which I got in a lucky bag when Hobby had the lucky bags for cake bags. They don't anymore. They should put them back, I think. Oh, so that's interesting. I can actually get super bingo deals in Dutch, but we don't have them theoretically. I'm just gonna look at that later when I am not here and alive. I'm curious. Except for that, I'm actually being a good girl, not buying yarn. I do have a yarn haul on Monday and one more coming up, but that's yarns that was bought in January. So that's technically okay. That was before I kind of banned myself from buying yarn, curing of everything. Hello, Lisa. Welcome to the live. And don't worry, we're still around for a bit. So you didn't completely miss us, I would say. Not completely. And YouTube is a bit funky. Check that your sub and notifications are turned on, then you do get them. Thank you, Tank. Thank you. I do feel like a winner in many aspects of life. I really do. I'm not complaining life. I'm definitely not sad about anything. Like, okay, no shit. There are things like if I would go 10 years back in time, if I would change certain decisions, then yes, I can say yes. If in that case, I would probably prefer to go more like 14 years back in time and do a few things differently because of knowledge I have today. But I do not regret what I've done, if that makes sense. It's more like I could have done some things better because of things I know today. I think we all have that. Sherry, the prices are quite similar for all the countries. That was what I noticed when I played that week just before Christmas, because that week just before Christmas, they gave out 2,500 free points to each of the countries. So I grabbed up like 10,000 points for the hobby store, point store, that week because I managed to join all four of them. And yes, I am getting closer to my 1,000. I was very blessed last night that Dawn gave me a really nice shout out in her channel, and I woke up to like 10 new members. Or members, wasn't it? 10 new subscribers, that's correct to say. So thank you very much for the new ones. And if there are any new ones watching, I am very happy that you're here hanging around with us. I feel rather blessed. I am blessed that you guys are with me. That's how it's feeling, at least. Let's see. I'm just trying to keep track of everything, basically, which is also sometimes a challenge. We are still gaining. That's crazy. Only 57 to go. 57 to the big party. I don't think I need to get to post too many spoilers for what's gonna come in the big giveaway, because I have the feeling it might happen sooner than I would have imagined. Now Amanda has freedom to chat more because she finished the bingo. Yeah, I feel you. If I can show a spoiler now, it's all upstairs. I wish. But one of them is a platter cake, which I showed last week. So that's like an platter, like the Stanley candy opal. So that is some really, really shiny cake, fine yarn. And I think I'm probably putting some more hobby starlight. I do have some that I don't have plans for. I also have some other yarns that I did buy during my yarn ban, but I bought it because I had you guys in mind. But I don't have that anywhere close here either. It's upstairs. I want to do in some Papatia Angora. That's also some fine yarn with some wool in it, but it's absolutely soft and gorgeous. In like this rainbow colors. It's a bit rainbow mindset. That's for sure. Need to find more things to put in it, but it's definitely gonna be a lot of yarn, and it's gonna cost more than what I normally pay for shipping because it's gonna be heavier and the box is gonna be bigger. Like they have standard set rates for specific sizes of items that you ship, but that's okay. It's not something that's happening that often, and I want to celebrate when I hit 1,000. I want to celebrate with you guys. Sure, it's not because they don't want to ship the mystery cake bags to the US anymore. The thing is that they don't have them anymore. It's just sold out. It's not there. It's not because they don't want to ship them. They are not there. They are not there on the Danish side. They're not there on the Dutch side or the Swedish side. There's just no mystery cake bags anymore. They might come back, but that is at Hobby's leisure. So yeah, there are unfortunately no mystery bags. I loved them when they were there. I got, I think, 3 or 4 of them before they were sold out. So Crochet for Jesus says she's new at crocheting, but made around $200 in just a week of being new. And how long have you been crocheting? So how long I've been crocheting? I learned when I was, I don't know, 8, 9, 10 years maybe or so of age. And then I didn't do it for many years. I only did the basics back then. And then I started about 2 years ago, a bit less than 2 years ago, in March 2 years ago, because I was, I found this thing I wanted to make, this tiny amigurumi. Plus, then I ended up being sick and I had nothing to do. And I looked during the bed, looking at things. Almost done with the next round here for this poncho. Yes, Tank, you have to win. It's definitely a giveaway that you would like. It's also a giveaway I know Amanda would like, though I do know Amanda is allergic to animal hairs like wool, different types of wool. So should Amanda win, or should anyone win that's allergic to wool, I will figure out something else, or I will remove the woolen parts. Of course, we will talk about that with the potential winner, and I will mention that in the giveaway video, but that is definitely also going to be a longer giveaway video because we're going to go through it all. And it will have notions as well. What I think I will do is I will probably make a mixture of tea bags, so it's not just all the same tea, but a bunch of different teas that I do drink that I will include in that box. Just a reminder, if you want a chance to win some excellent prizes, contact DiGio to buy tickets. It will be on Saturday 17th. And Bonnie wants to know if Hobby Lobby is 30% off this week. That I don't know because I am not near any Hobby Lobbies. In fact, I can't even open the website. What happens when I open the website is I get told that I cannot access it. It's basically saying you are from abroad and you cannot access. Which is really weird, right? But, I can't even open Hobby Lobby. That's just how it is. Tank bought 7 tickets. I do assume for Digo. Crochet for Jesus asked if I bought Dollar Tree yarn before. And she learned crochet from her friend at school when she was in class crocheting. She thought it would be cool to start doing for a hobby. And that's where you are now. Yeah, it is a nice hobby. And you know what? Crocheting, or knitting for the matter, is something that really relaxes our brains and puts us in some sort of a happy place, if that makes sense. So yeah, I definitely feel in some sort of happy place, I guess. It does make me relax, and it does make me feel good being useful with my hands. I do not have tried Dollar Yarn Tree because I don't have a Dollar Tree store anywhere close, because I am not in America. I am in Europe, here in the Netherlands. We do have other local stores that has different types of yarn, which means that obviously I just spoiled for you guys that I did buy some yarn at a store that I were here after, which is a place I were in February. I'm working on making that video so that can go on the channel. But I might first be, let's see, it could be on the 26th if I'm good. I'm trying to. So that is like come and shop with me, kind of, or not shop, but come and sneak peek at stores what they currently have kind of video. And then, yes, I did buy some yarns when I was there. And that I wanted to enter to the giveaway. Some really nice polyamide yarns in rainbow colors as well. There should be enough to make a nice shawl. And I do apologize for any funky sounds here, because I do have my laptop, which is the one I'm streaming from right now. And I'm almost done with another round. So I've done 3 rounds while we've been here. That's not too bad. I would do quicker if I weren't busy with a live, but it's the process that I'm pretty satisfied with. Which means that I'm now at around 11. Right? Yes. I'm halfway. On the cow. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool. Let's insert stitch marker. Let's insert stitch marker. Let's catch up. So, Sherry doesn't know about sales. She's also on Yarn Embargo, so basically also like shop your own stash kind of thing. Sherry currently can only win yarn or be gifted it to it. She's not allowed to buy it until she sets up a yarn room, exception if Premier goes to 50% off. Premier Momenti, so that's a type of yarn, I guess. Yes, yarn hauls is kind of killing me too, and this week has been really, really challenging because I had 3 coupon codes thrown at me being like, Stine, come buy yarn, and I'm like, yeah. Oh yes, that's gorgeous. I'm checking out this Momenti yarn. That's gorgeous. Wow. Yes, you may give that to me as well. I love the Meadow. That's nice colors. Or the Glacier. That's also pretty nice. Wow. Cotton acrylic blend. That's a really gorgeous yarn. Yes, that could definitely be on my wish list too. Though getting yarns from the US would be paying American prices, then paying ridiculous shipping to get it to Europe, and then pay ridiculous import taxes, because that's definitely not a gift. That's something for own purpose, which means that I'm probably in the end, I will pay, depending on how big of an order I get, obviously, but I will pay like the same for shipping and taxes that I would pay for the yarn itself. So it's like probably like close to double price. So we are halfway with the cowl now. That's how it's looking. So imagine this about getting folded down with the same length, and we are done with the cowl. I'm pretty happy. That's pretty nice. It's going to be very nice and warm. Very scarfable, very, very friendly towards the skin, very nice and soft. Alpaca. Hobby wheel of alpaca, or in this case, it's a yarn art flowers alpaca. Alpaca flowers alpaca. It's the same yarn, different labels, same fabric, same factory. It feels wonderful, and I am happy with it. I'm going to catch up with the chat for a bit. Tank likes to watch yarn hauls because it makes her happy. I hope that you will be happy when you start watching my sort my stash, because that's almost going to be like hauls. We are going to go through all my stash. I will make introductions and everything, and that is coming up in March. I do need to do a bunch of recording still, but I have it sorted so well that I can do the recording. I already have some photos from some of the sorting, I can maybe do a slight sort of sneak peek for you guys for some of it. But again, as said, we will have something more sensible coming. This is me sorting yarn. This is just yarn. As you can see, there's lots. Well, that was pretty much it. So that's the first few photos. Of course, there's this one. That's the one that's used for this live. Then I have, need to turn it just a moment, need to turn on lock screen, flip it. Then we have this. It's all drops yarns for those interested. So yes, I do have a bunch of sorting that I done and need to get done. There's lots. That's going to be like one big, well, many big yarn hauls when we are sorting it, going through everything I have, colorways, brands, etc., making decisions if they're going to be given away or sold, or if I'm going to use them for something. A bunch of the cakes, I'm just being like, shawl, because I do enjoy making shawls. And yes, crocheting is very relaxing when you're having a bad day, or just in general. I also like to crochet in the car when I'm the co-driver, so to say, that I'm not driving. Sherry says that watching yarn hauls makes her window shop and sometimes she can't control herself. Well, that's kind of how I felt when I watched Amanda's yarn haul the other day. Well, yesterday and this morning, I was like, oh, I want this new cotton yarn. And I'm like, no, you have enough to sort. I was really close using a 14% discount voucher with Pleta. Yesterday it expired. I didn't use it. I'm very proud of myself. I do have another Pleta haul coming up with another discount that was applied for it. That video is also coming up very soon and just before all the sorting, because some of those yarns are also in the sorting. Yeah, life is hard. Life is hard. I just enjoy yarn, and shopping it is a big hobby of mine, and probably can't keep affording it. Hirschner's had 14-cent shipping for the Boogers. Oh yeah, well that's a good resist, but that's the same as me being like, you know, I'm trying not to buy yarn when I see all these coupons, right? I'm really trying not to, because I have more than enough yarn to do a heck ton of content, reviews, much, like I really have a lot. I really don't need it. I just need to get it all sorted. I'm working on it. Crochet for Jesus made her sister a mini Valentine's bee. Oh, that's a nice thought. Tank doesn't go anywhere to window shop. If she wants yarn, she does it online, and she loves the Lion brand Shits for I don't know what that is. Shits freak. Could you post a link to that yarn, Tank? I can relate to wanting to try yarn and not willing to pay the price. I have that with many hobby yarns, and I wait until they go for sale, which they usually do once every at least 3 months. One of the yarns is for sale. Every 2 or 3 months, you will see the same yarns go on sale if you wait. So if hobby has a yarn you would like to use, and you don't like the price because they are darn expensive at the full price, just wait until they go on discount. That is my big advice. I have made plushies out of velvet yarn. Yes, I have. I actually made a short from one of them. I will find and share the link to that one in case you are interested. If it does want to share, I don't know if it was. It should share. But I did make a mini turtle. I'll just drop that link if you want to look at that sometime. It's just a short one. I do believe it should be the right one, at least. So yes, I have, and I do have other plans. I also made unicorns. I do have those on my phone. I made those for my cousins for Christmas. I just need to go back to find them. And flip my phone again and do the big zoom kind of thing. I've made these. So that this was plushie yarn and cotton 8/4. The unicorns themselves are made in the plushie yarns. And the mane and tail and horn, including the facial markings, are made with the hobby cotton yarns. And then a couple of safety eyes. And then, of course, I have a color on each with a little charm or bead. Absolutely gorgeous. They're very cute, and I want to make a new one for myself. I've actually been debating if I should start on it. Not finish it though, because I have one of the skeins open and it's just laying around and getting a bit messy, and it would probably be better for me to just start on it. Because I want to make a unicorn that is with all the colors, like a real rainbow unicorn. That's what I want to make, and that's for myself to sit somewhere. Sherry doesn't like velvet, velour, chenille, thick yarns. Yeah. A part of me like them and a part of me don't. It kind of depends. I think it's a nice thing for doing something else. I like to have different projects and different types of yarns. Right now, my projects are definitely different types of yarns. This, as said, is the alpaca. Just a moment. It's alpaca. So it's like the wool of alpaca, basically. No, this one is flowers. I dropped part of my closing mechanism for the crate. My project isn't big enough to be in the crate anymore, but it holds the cake very nicely, so I don't lose track of it. That's one end, and that's I would classify it as a 3-weight, even though it does say 2-weight on this note, which I 100% disagree with. This is I'm not really good at this. This would be yarn specs. Yarn alpaca flowers is the ones I use, and as said, it says 2-weight, but I would say it's a 3-weight. I think because of the fluff. Because if you just squeeze it a bit, yes, then it's probably more like a 2-weight. Like if you like squeeze and stretch a bit. Not that it stretches a lot though. Like if I really squeeze it together and pull it, you can see it becomes remarkably thinner, and then I would definitely call it a 2-weight. But when it's just loose like it is here, it's loosely spun, it feels more like a 3-weight. This is how it looks compared to the finger. So that's one type, and that is 80% acrylic and 20% alpaca. I am using a 5mm crochet hook for this poncho, and I do believe the yarn it's a rising 3.5 or 4mm or something like that. But it works really up really nicely, so definitely a pattern you need to crochet hook up for. So that's the one yarn I'm using. Now I'm just putting this one down because I am just going to talk a bit about the other yarns before we are going to slowly be ending this live. The other project I'm working on, which is the latest whip I have, is a shawl. It's 100% cotton, 8/4 from Hobby. Cotton Friends. This is a gorgeous color, by the way. It's color 93. And this blue looks absolutely better in real life than on the side. And it's gorgeous. I would say it's a royal blue. I'm not really sure what they're calling it, actually. Sapphire, maybe? Something like that. I can check because I can find my latest order. But I think it's really gorgeous. This blue. Oh, it's not my latest order. That's wrong. I made it in autumn. This order I made in autumn back in August. It's lapis blue. Lapis blue. This is the lapis blue. And then the next I am going to use, I do believe, is probably the French blue. I wrote it all down. I have a project bag where I keep some yarns in. And I am just gonna pull out the note I have with all the yarns. So this is the rest of the yarns I'm gonna use for the shawl. Ta-ta! And the next one I'm gonna use is this blue. I will be starting on that this weekend. And that is the colorway 84. And 84 is French blue. I remembered right. Coolio me. On this side is a note, and it just says which numbers, colorways that I'm going to use in what order. And there are 8 to go. So we're going from blues into minty greens, and then from more like turquoise to darker greens. That's the color pattern of this shawl. So that's different type of yarn. And then I am working on my cardigan, which is where I use Drops Baby Merino. Right now, this is not how the cakes look because I had to unravel, and I was almost done with a full I was almost done with the full donut, and I had to do a new one or a skein. This is where we are right now. I'm using a 3.5mm with this one, which I'm doing with the shawl as well. But that's a different type. That's 100% merino. So that again is a different type of yarn. And then I am working on my mosaic blanket, which I have in here soon. It can't lay in here either. But for those that's curious, this is how we're looking. And that is the Fleur by Anke Wintermans in its excellence. I've done 17 rows on that one out of 100, and I do believe 126 or 129. There's quite some rows here. I will not be done this year, I think. At least my feeling is that I'm not done this year. So that's kind of what's going on right now. So Tank doesn't use velvet either. And then we're talking about, well, number 5 for beanies. Yeah, well, velvet beanies is nice, isn't it? There is some thinner velvet yarns from Go Handmade. They feel really nice, by the way. I can say that. So I need to catch up. I need to catch up on chat because I chatted way too much, talking way too much. Feed you cakes. I'll happily feed you cakes. Working on it, working on it. Well, I think, you know, I'm trying to control myself for buying yarn, but it's going okay right now. Only time Sherry ever bought something was on Etsy for patterns, and she must have been asleep because she would never have been interested in making them. That's funny. She didn't like Schitt's Creek. Schitt's Creek. That sounds so wrong when I pronounce it. Schitt's Creek. Schitt's Creek. I feel like shit. That's actually the stuff that I saw at Michael's a month ago. Schitt's Creek. Schitt's Creek. Yeah, that sounds really wrong when you pronounce it. I do sell stuff I make. I just sold my first pair, which are these gloves in Dragon Scale. I made with a hobby carnival yarn. I made a little profit on them, not like a fortune, just more like a few cents to actually cover everything. The main reason that I made profit was because I got the yarn on sale a while ago. And I only had that one, and that's the reason that they are not identical. Also, they are one of a kind because it is not a pattern that's public anywhere. It is pattern from my brain. Oh, Amanda had a cinnamon cardamom bun. I'm thinking, you know, the Perkin, small mini ones. They're nice. Not sure what Bonnie would love, but probably. Sherry didn't think she would like the Karen Cinnamon swirl cakes. They feel rough, but they're nice to work with. Haven't tried them yet, haven't felt them. Hello, Taylor. Nice to have you around. I am slowly preparing to probably close down this live, though. We've been around for 2 hours, much longer than I had expected. I've not used Red Heart yarns either because they are not anywhere close. That is an American brand, and I mainly have access to European brands. I have though used Karen Simply Soft, which I found a bit splitty, but nice and soft. I have a bunch actually laying on my attic and my suitcase because I bought them and I got a really good price for them, and I thought they were nice colors, and it's still something I will use for something, just not having decided what. It's like one of these mindless buys because I know it's a good deal, so I can't leave it. And yes, we're still here, so you aren't late, but we're at the later end of this live because I can't hang around forever. Michelle says she has some velvet plush yarns for velvet cardigans she's been requested to make, but it's sitting in the tote, keeping looking past because I'm not a fan of the yarn. Well, yeah, it's can be a pain in the ass to work with, but it can also be really nice to work with. It kind of depends. That's my experience. Yes, well, actually, I did drop in the Facebook group that I was going live in like 5 minutes or something like that. So I actually did drop that in the group, just saying. I did put a note in there, so you should maybe just take your messages more often. I did jump in there. So, hello, Elizabeth. Welcome to this live. And thank you, Tank, for referring your friend here. I do hope, Elizabeth, that you enjoy what you have been watching, even though it's not been a lot, maybe, because you're just popping in now. So absolutely wonderful to have you around with us. Yeah, been talking a bunch of yarns, having different. So one of the reasons I like to have different yarns, and this is Stylecraft DK yarns, for those that's familiar with Stylecraft DK. That's a DK weight yarn, obviously. The reason and that's 100% acrylic. The reason I like to work with different yarns is that sometimes my fingers kind of get bored of the same type, and then I need to change yarn instead of taking a full break from crocheting. So that's one of the reasons that I do like. And I also just like, sometimes I'm not in the mood to work on that, but I'm in the mood to work on that, and I can choose whichever mood I'm in for what project I want to work on. So that's why I tend to have a couple of ongoing whips in the store, so to say. And we're just having a good of, hey friends, back and forth. Mama Riz. Did I miss her? If so, welcome to. I was thinking about how spoiled you were for Valentine's Day. Jelly, I don't have Valentine, and 90% of the time I'm thinking, yeah, well, cat has its benefits as well sometimes, definitely. Definitely. Just keeping track up here. Thank you, Elizabeth. I'm happy for you to join. I do wonder if you're the one they refer to as Mama Ritz, because I can't see the chat of this person. I do only have the chat shown. Why is that the case? I should actually say, oh, chats, please. Yes, there will be an awesome giveaway when I reach 1,000 subscribers. Lots of cakes, lots of yarns of all sorts you can imagine. It will probably cost me like €50 to even ship it. So hit that subscribe button if you haven't done it already. Lots of gorgeous yarns will come out to your door should you be the lucky winner. I will probably do some like extra small prizes as well. I'm considering like something I can just put in the mail with a single post stamp, like stickers or something like that, as nice, sweet runner-up prices. So Sherry's working on a corner-to-corner blanket for her grandson for his birthday on Sunday. So just going to be a kid size Venus blanket, but can't talk and crochet. Hey, fair enough. Hey, take care. And congratulations for his birthday already in advance, so I don't forget. Yeah, and Elizabeth is going back to work in 2 weeks, so she will be busy and not able to crochet on YouTube so much. I'm lucky enough to work from home. When it's not busy at work, I can do some YouTube and crocheting. But I'm paid for being available, so when I do need to work, I need to run pretty quickly, so that's why I can't do lives during work. That's just not optimal. Amanda has been on the phone with me when I've been working, and she's kind of seen me, oh my god, I have to work, and then I'm focused for a few, and then I'll revert back. That task is kind of been taken away from us. We're only going to do phones on WhatsApp and emails. But yeah, we all want to retire one day, wouldn't we? You can join the family just by hitting subscribe, and you are already, because else you wouldn't be able to chat here in this live. So you're already a part of the family, and you can already, based on that part of the family, make a chance to win giveaways. So in that sense, nothing to be sad about. I'm happy that you just hit the subscribe button. Of course, being a member is cool, but it's not a necessity to hang out with us to be members. I'm just happy that you subscribed. Thank you. Elizabeth used to be off work since September, but she loves shopping, so working is a must. Yes. And you want to keep working until you're 70? I respect. So I have an autoimmune disease, and I work 40 hours a week. I wouldn't mind working a bit less. And I definitely don't love my job enough to stay there eternity. When I have enough to just live happily and do whatever I want, that's when I'm going to do that. But that's not going to be within any time foreseeable future, because my savings are definitely not big enough for that. But I do invest in my pension to hopefully be able to retire a bit sooner than the legal age for retirement here in the Netherlands. So that's kind of the plan, at least. Yes. I only need 56 more to get to 1,000K. That's awesome. You know, think about it. Last week, Friday, it was 88. I can't believe how quickly it's gone this week. So thank you. I'm so blessed and happy. Hey, Donna, welcome. I noticed your punch. I do like it. I do like it. That it's really like your punch looked really cool, and you haven't been around to see my punch progress. I am. Oh my goodness. Now I'm like destroying my whole floor completely. Not completely, but it's tangled up in yarn. This is where we are. I'm working on my cowl too, but that's because I decided to do the cowl before finishing the length of the poncho, because then I could just like crochet until I was done with the yarn, where I just wanted to make sure I actually had enough yarn to finish it. And I'm halfway with the cowl. I'm halfway. I can just to give you an idea, I guess. That's kind of where we are at. Well, that's too much. Like this, I guess. That's what we're at. I need to do the other half so I can fold it down, because if I stop here, it's not going to be very tall. So I'm halfway done with the cowl. I have done the first 11 rows. I need to do another 11, and then according to the pattern, I should be done. And then I'm gonna do from the inside of the cake, I'm gonna add to the length. This is the cake. I started on the second cake. And I just did the first sort of minor color change, which is barely not to be seen on the puncher. So that's where we are at. Thank you. And yes, don't worry about that. I'm used to US, UK, English autocorrect gets my name wrong. Every time. It happens every time. I'm used to it. So I know that stone is me. Even though I'm not a stone. But I get it, so I'm used to it. Don't worry. I'm Stine. S-T-I-N-E. Stine. Cher's been out of work since 2005 in disability. It sucks. She was sure building up social security until she was 45. Degenerative disc disease joints too. Oh, that's not cool. I'm sorry to hear that. What I'm trying to say, hey, life is okay. It could be a heck ton worse. So, it could always be worse. Be happy. I wouldn't have known if you hadn't told me. Like, you always seem super happy when we chatting around. So, just enjoy life. That's the best we can do. Try not to let us affect by whatever life throws at us. In the giveaway, in the current giveaway for Valentine's, it's 100% acrylic. I don't have, the cotton, the flowers is 55% cotton and 45% acrylic, and the Stanley cake is 100% acrylic. I'm not in Norway. I am in the Netherlands, but I am originally from Denmark, which is not far from Norway. I have been to Norway a few times. And thank you. The 1000K would be massively appreciative regardless. And yes, sure, it looks nice and warm, and I'm looking forward for it because I am a cold ass. So I'm always cold. Not that I'm rude or anything in that sense, but I'm always cold, so it's going to be really, really good. Yes, Donna, I like the fit on the cowl as well, especially when I do another 11 rounds. It's going to be perfect, I think. So we all seem to have our issues, don't we? We all have a little bit of health issues. But it's not to talk a bunch about health issues. Let's just make the best of life and not dwell with it. That's kind of what I'm trying to do. Yes. Here it's also chilly, and I'm actually almost thinking that could be an awesome sweater in that sort of drape and style. So I might figure out something on that account later for a future project. I'm having thoughts. Let's put it like this. I'm having ideas. Definitely, I'm having ideas. Good luck with surgery in 2 months' time, and for the hospital, definitely. Oh yes. Oh, Sherry, I'm gonna use that one in the future. If everybody throws the problems in a hat, we will all take our own back. Very true. I'm not happy in the sense of with things I'm going through, and I also have this big bucket list. Like, there is this big list of things. Like, if you have this autoimmune disease, you can get this, and you can get this, and you can get this. And honestly, I'm considering this my bucket list because I've had more than half of them now so far. Like, issues with inflammation of your intestines, issues with inflammation of your eyes, issues with that. Like just cross them over. And every time I get one, it's just like, hey, surprise, I got a new one. Yay, I won the lottery again. So that's kind of how I look at it. And I'm not thinking more about it than that. That's basically how it is for me. Hello, Mimi Loves Crochet. Nice to see you around. And thank you for popping in. I basically just joined. Should be an extra join somewhere. Well, here's one. Where's the other one? Here. I basically just joined it and chained, and then I just went on. So the only thing I see is that you can see that I have a little bit thicker, or well, a little bit more holes. But that's just basically what I did, and then I just went around. I'm not sure if I can actually make a video for it, but I can show it a bit up close. Donna, let's say I take a photo and I will send it to you here after the live on how it looks, if you want to see it up close. That said, I did watch not all of your video, but some of the video that I could reach to watch earlier today. And because you use thicker yarns, you obviously need less stitches. So I think fundamentally is because of you used more stitches around, it should have been less. So your cowl starts further out, and that's why it looks a bit wonkier. You want the pattern? It's a hobby pattern. It's a plus pattern you can get if you have Hobby Plus. So it's a free download. But I can share it with you later. But I'm just sharing the pattern for those that's interested. This is a poncho pattern that I'm using from Hobby. I'll send you a message later, Tank. Definitely. I don't have any patterns that I can give away for free in the sense of, but I do sometimes, like if I have free patterns, I don't mind sharing them. I tend to put the patterns also, I do weekly yarn talks when I go through what my projects are, and I always share those patterns in my yarn talks, and that's usually at these current moments, it's every Friday I do them. Yes, Sherry, doctors are only out to make money, though I am quite happy with my doctors. They actually take me quite serious and handling me pretty well. And I'm happy for my insurance in the sense of, it's all different here than it is in Denmark, but that's a long story. But in the Netherlands, you also pay for insurance company to ensure that you're insured, and they will basically pay for your hospital bills depending on, and you pay a monthly fee. I changed medications, and I know the medications I'm getting right now is very expensive. If I were to pay those out of my own pocket, I would not take these medications. It's that simple. But I'm happy they are there because they seem to be working better than my old medication. So of course I'm happy to get them, but if at any time it comes that I have to pay them myself, I will have to figure out how to do that because I cannot. It's not something that I could afford it, but then I would have to cut down on a lot of other things, and then I need to evaluate what's more worth it, and it's not something I would like to think about, to be honest. So let's not think about that, please. So yeah, we all have our own struggles, don't we? Yes, Elizabeth, I know she makes absolutely gorgeous work. And she used crochet hooks up quite a fair bit, which is also quite impressive. It's lovely drapes it has. She makes lovely work. I do have Pinterest, but I'm not very good at using it, I shall admit. I do have Pinterest. I do. I apparently need to log on, so I will see if it allows me to log on. It's thinking. I don't know if I can share it somehow. My profile. Yeah, that will probably it. I will show you my Pinterest, but don't be disappointed because it doesn't have a lot on it, but I do have a Pinterest. And Donna makes crochet along on the poncho in a week or so if anyone want to follow. Nice share. Also do visit Donna's channel. She's also new on the YouTube street. She's not been on YouTube that long, and she is getting more and more members, and she is inspiring inspired by, I know she's done at least 2 projects that's been inspired by me, and I'm just happy to be able to inspire you guys. Really, I can't really believe how inspiring you guys are, and therefore also get inspired by me. Like, this is also why I love YouTube. So if you want to visit her, give her a visit. And yes, don't let pink doctors control your life. It's not fun. Oh yes, it's gorgeous. Definitely. The cream was flowers alpaca and the blue was a mini muffin. Oh, okay. And now we're just talking about health and everything else. But yeah, just let's be happy. Hey, Kim, welcome around. And yes, Tank will happily help drop some links if you type CC, for if you want to have some visitors from the channel to go visit you. We are slowly preparing to close down this stream, this live, because life is slowly going to happen and I need to do other things before it gets so late that I need to have my bed. It was very awesome hanging around with you all. I enjoyed my tea this time around. I enjoyed our chat about everything. Definitely did. Sherry says she falls apart in all the seams, but she's unfortunately not losing any stuffing. Well, if you figure out how to lose some stuffing, please tell me. I am officially a bit on a diet. Going well, by the way. I did lose 2 pounds since I started. I do need to lose a bunch more, though. To be continued. To be continued. Don't worry about that. I am not very good at announcing lives in time because I tend to pop up when I do my lives. I do put out weekly videos on my channel, and I hope you enjoy the content. Giveaways, yarn talks, tutorials, not as much, but that's because they do take a lot of time. If I end up quitting my job in the autumn, I might have a lot of time to make tutorials unless I find a new job before then. And yes, do visit VJ's channel as well. She is gorgeous, and she is also getting close to the magic 1,000 subscribers. Get her there. That would be awesome. And Sherry, I know, uses her for community to help share us all around. So it's nice to see you all. And thank you, Sarah. Bis später. Yes, I didn't know you speak German. Oh, thank you, Erin. Hearts, massive hearts. This is so appreciated. Definitely all these small things makes it easier for me to do stuff like this. Absolutely. Oh, thank you for all the thumbs here in the very end. Thumbies up. 38 thumbies even. Too old to care. Oh, I kind of like the name, to be honest. I'm just, well, I care about a lot, and yet I don't care at all, in the sense of I don't always care what others think, but I do care about my crochet, but that's more because it relaxes me and I enjoy it. And I care about you guys because I do enjoy hanging around with you guys. It's been really, really wonderful. Well, I can lose my hooks as also without moving. Like sometimes I think I have more a firmer grip, and some things just fall out my hands. Usually when that happens, it's cutlery, so I can sit at dinner, having dinner, and suddenly my knife just falls bam on the plate and makes a lot of noise. And my partner looks at me, he's like, Stine, what? You just lost your knife? And I'm like, yeah, I'm sorry, it just happened, slipped. I'm unsure if this is related to all the other things I'm struggling with, or if it's just me not paying attention to what I'm holding on. The name's about caring about things that aren't important. Wonderful. I love it. I love it. I do. I really do. We all need to focus on things that's important. And we all need to make choices, and we all need to enjoy the moment and be happy we wake up. Get the time to enjoy our crochet or whichever other hobby we may have. There's a bunch of different types of hobbies in this world. That's what I've learned. Definitely. And Rija is working on another ruffled hat. Good luck with that one. Anyone, I hope you get to enjoy your crafts. If you're selling stuff, please do that. Wish you all the best of luck with that. I didn't expect to sell my dragon scale gloves. I just did today. I need to pack them in and ship them off tomorrow. I might just keep them on enough for doing my yarn talk, and then I'll wrap them in my lunch break so I can drop them off after work tomorrow at the post office. I am sorting other things in my stash, and some of my already works I'm likely going to put up for sale. I do have at least a shawl, and I do have the summer hat I made last summer, which is not fitting me, that I will probably be selling. I might try the Dutch marketplace first because it's cheaper and it's just on the Facebook marketplace, but it could be that I open an Etsy store. It's not like I have a lot to do a big store, but that is. And my mom just nicely tells me she also sometimes drops a fork when she's eating dinner, and she thinks it's it's a sort of arthritis without really being arthritis. Well, my mom's is more like an arthritis, mine's like a type of. It's complicated. But yes, I also need to step out. It was absolutely amazing having you guys around. I did see somebody ask me when I will be going live again. I don't know. My lives depend at the current moment until everything is sorted. My lives is pop-up lives based on when my partner is away for meetings. So I do have my recording room area, so to say, for myself, and there is nobody home. And that is kind of when I do my live. He does know that I YouTube, but I'm not sure he's aware of the amount of YouTube that I do. He will be eventually. So hopefully when I get more sorted, I could maybe do more lives, more scheduled lives. But have your notifications turned on for my channel, so that little bell down there, and you will get notified whenever I do go live. That's my advice. Yes, Taylor, I'm actually quite happy as well. They are pretty unique, one of a kind. My design, even though they're not the same, I think they're still really gorgeous actually. So I'm quite happy with them. For me, the main reason for not keeping them is I feel I'm a little bit too dense on my arms. So in that sense, for me, they're a little bit too small for it to be optimal. And that's a part of the pattern that I want to probably adapt a little bit on as well. So I do want to improve this pattern a bit, and then I might actually make a tutorial for them or write down a pattern for those that's interested. Yeah, that's kind of the short one, but that's not going to be anytime soon. So please don't think that you will have it anytime soon, because it won't happen anytime soon. Hey, Bonnie, welcome and bye for now. It was a short one, and everybody, I wish you a blessed day, a happy crafting. Hello, Daphne. Sorry you're coming to the goodbye, but I'm very happy to see you around. I am going live again. I just don't know when. Out in the future. I just don't know when. I'm sorry. I can't plan my lives due to the current situation in my house. So I do come live eventually, and I just can't say when. That's kind of my challenge. I hope to see you all on the YouTube streets. I hope you all have a great day. Happy crafting. Take care. Stay healthy if you can, or at least healthy compared to everything that's possible for you. And I hope to see you all around tomorrow in my yarn talk video when I finish my updates, weekly update. Some of you have seen a bunch of the preview now. I do believe I might be able to finish a few other things, but yeah, I will definitely see you tomorrow. Yeah, the yarn was a bit disappointing in the sense of I had a knot in it, but do join Sherry's channel, because Sherry is trying to get her community tab open, which will happen in I do believe it's at 300 subscribers. And then she helps share us on the YouTube streets. So this is Sherry's channel. For those that's interested, and that is one of the very last bits I'm going to say. I will say goodbye and have a very great day or evening or morning, wherever you are when you're watching this. So it was wonderful to see you all. Bye.